once in a while.
In.
Yes.
So on the red team, we have the fancy Maenad Ryders. This is on here we have the Deicide piloted by Dementio. It is a galleon with a lumber Hwacha and a Hades on the left, a flare on the back, as well as 2 carronades on the right side. We also have the Brave Wrath, which is a junker piloted by Finks. It is an Artemis on a Gatling on the right, an Artemis on the front, and a Hades and a Flak on the left.
All right, and ship number 3 is the Victor, piloted by Sunstrom. It is a Gat Mortar Metamidian with a Banshee and a Flare side. Ship number 4 is the Wretched Egg, piloted by Gorosorgus. It is a Hwacha Fish with a Gatling and a Caro side. So real quick, you mentioned something with that galleon here. I know, we talked about junkers not being meta, but you actually very rarely see a galleon going double Caro on a single side. Talk to me about what you might think that their idea on that side is, especially going double Caro. Usually a single heavy Caro will be plenty.
Well, it appears it's just a force the enemy to the ground approach, which, well, the ground is the hardest thing to defeat in this game, I would say.
Still undefeated in competitive play.
Yes, and actually both blue ships are going with the low approach, while both red ships are going with the high approach. Well,
considering that red is high. Yeah, considering red is high at this point, they're not really going to get above that galleon. They really need to be above that galleon well, actually, no, they've got the lumber on that side. So going below, Caros typically, if I remember correctly, they arc up as opposed to down, the heavy Caros at least. So going low might not be a bad idea here, especially if they accidentally come up on the Caros side of the Deicide. Of course, Deicide's probably not going to put that. Oh, red knows where Victor is now. Looks like they've revealed Victor's position. However, he is behind cover, so they have a general idea of where the Victor is. In fact, there is the spot.
Yes, the Wretched Egg is, luckily for the blue team, still unspotted, and I believe they are going to be a huge problem for both the red ships, because they're both very vulnerable to...
Keep an eye, Wretched Egg's making a move. Wretched Egg is making a move. He is going for the junker, it looks like. No, he's bypassing. He's blowing by the junker, going for the galleon. Galleon is going to be the first target.
Victor hydrogening up to aid their teammate. Ooh, but the Wretched Egg loses their armor.
And they only picked up the Hwacha on the Deicide, too.
Yes, but luckily for them, the Victor has disabled the Deicide's armor. There goes another armor strip, as well as on the Wretched Egg.
Yeah, but I think you can call it worth, because the Deicide's down to about 20% perma right now. And look at that great positioning by the Wretched Egg, basically using the galleon as a meat shield, their own galleon as a meat shield to shield the Wretched Egg. A great job of positioning, staying out of the line of sight of the Brave Wrath.
The Brave Wrath is holding their position, knowing that they can definitely not outrun their opponents. Hwacha from the Wretched Egg only kills a single gun on the Wrath. Could be their opportunity to try to disable that Hwacha, which on a junker just eats up most of their components. Deicide spawns back in, low, behind both the blue ships. They will be making their way up here any second to help their teammate. The Brave Wrath has lost all 5 guns, 2 which actually have been brought back since then. Armor is low, but neither blue ship has arcs on them as they're falling too quickly. Deicide now supporting their teammate with that Hades fire onto the Victor.
And Lumber Fire coming in too. They're looking to pop the Victor. Not successful in that so far. In fact, those Lumbers are just barely missing right there. Oh no, there's a solid hit right there.
The Wretched Egg has decided to just go to the Deicide as they appear to be the bigger threat to them. And that Hwacha disables 5 of the guns and an engine, doing
Love
a lot
that
of
call
work.
right there. Love that call right there by the Wretched Egg, realizing that the Victor, if they get balloon pop, it could be trouble for them, deciding to break off, go for the deicide, support their ally. I would not be surprised if the Victor turns for the deicide here very shortly.
The Victor has now lost their armor by the Brave Wrath, taking a bit of damage into them. They're at about 50%. Deicide has lost their armor. Sorry, balloon. Victor taking Gatling fire.
Looks like they're going to do a switch here. They're going to do a switch. Wretched Egg going for Brave Wrath, and Victor making a beeline for deicide.
Yes, but they are on a very low balloon thanks to that Lumberjack. Brave Wrath got rammed by the Wretched Egg, losing their balloon.
Keep a close eye on the Victor, though. Victor is basically low balloon, but sitting right below the deicide there, looking to reposition as the Brave Wrath is looking to possibly get some pot shots in on the Victor. Hwacha going out, and unfortunately not picking up... Oh, no, they actually pick up the Hades, but that's it.
Wretched Egg has now lost their balloon. Victor burning up to try to get arcs on the deicide. And they do with their Gatling, and there's the armor strip. And a ram goes in, not doing too much damage. Deicide actually is now just below half health, thanks to the shots of the Victor. Once again, Deicide has now lost their armor. Taking a light tap from the Victor. They bring it back up as the Wretched Egg fires a Hwacha into the Brave Wrath. That kills 4 of their guns. Balloon now dead, but Deicide has lost their armor again, and that is their last armor break. In that engagement, as the Brave Wrath is once again stuck in a 2v1.
But they do have full perma-hull, though. They're doing a great job of staying alive and getting their galleon back in. The problem is, if that galleon keeps going down, it won't matter. A tar going out from the Brave Wrath trying to shield themselves against the Victor. However, Victor still has range. They could still shoot the Brave Wrath from where they're sitting right here. That tar may not do anything other than prevent the Brave Wrath from maneuvering.
Deicide has spawned in quite a distance away from this engagement. It looks to me that they are just waiting for their teammate to die at this point as the armor goes down. Watch it going in, doing a lot of damage, and they get the armor up just in time. But the Gat coming back in.
Resistance is going to be futile right here. There's the balloon break, armor break, and destruction right there. Yeah, that was futile right there. Granted, look, if they were looking to pick up any bit of perma-hull they could on those blue ships, can't blame them for that. But with no guns, they really weren't going to do much there. That tar was about the best they could muster in that situation. Try to slow them down, pick up some component breaks, and buy themselves some time to respawn.
Both the blue ships probably have a general idea of where the deicide is going to be. They did shoot a couple lumberjack shots.
Yeah, they know where they're at, especially because they saw the lumberjack stream. In fact, they are moving in that general direction right now. So they have a pretty good idea. As a flare goes out somewhere, in fact, red is shooting flares into blue side.
Yes, the ref has opted to spawn right next to the deicide. Victor backing off a bit at this point. Actually, both blue chips now slightly backing off. Their location right now does not offer them very much cover, actually hard cover from the red ships. And they do notice that the red ships do have an advantage when it comes to long-range engagement, so it appears that they're just going to be regrouping for a different approach angle onto the red ships.
Well, the good news is they have a lot of cloud cover to work with. Just looking at this from the Victor's perspective, I mean, they have a bunch of cloud cover they can roll through here and approach. That's not to say that they won't get spotted, because remember, red does have a flare in play. But with that said, they could go around the edge of the map, use that side mountain underpass, go under, and then hydro up. That is an option. However, that's probably what red would expect at this point. Especially with red, are they sitting in the cloud directly? No, they're sitting actually in a ring of clouds, not in the clouds themselves. So it looks like they're going to use the clouds as kind of their own cover and try to flare and spot them as they're trying to move through the clouds. Actually, Brave Wrath appears to be moving up. They look like they're going to be the ones to get spots at this point. Let's see. In fact, they should be getting spots any second. Here comes the open area for both red and blue. Engagement should be underway any moment. And there go the spots. Deicide still unspotted, though, so red currently has advantage going into the engagement. They do not know where the galleon is. They need to be very careful. Blue side needs to be very careful with how they approach this. Oh, no, they do know where galleon is now, so they know exactly what's going on now.
Shots going in from both red ships onto the Victor. They take a bounce.
Looks like Victor is going to be the primary target here, as those lumbers are not coming in clean on the balloon. Good use of moonshine right there to break some angles here, especially when a galleon has low acceleration. You can outmaneuver, maybe not outspeed them sometimes, but you can definitely outmaneuver them, as looks like they've changed target to the Wretched Egg.
Victor now trying to take the altitude advantage on the red ships.
Certainly can't blame them, especially with the lumber in play, and especially since they're a meta-midian, those mortars arc down very quickly. So going high as the Victor, going high is a good call.
And remember, the Wrath does have Artemises on it, and going high pretty much negates both of those, or pretty much negates those Artemises.
This is true. However, it looks like Victor was going to be the bait as Wretched Egg comes in with the Hwacha, where they did not pick up any component breaks.
Meanwhile, the Victor loses their armor and a very quick kill coming in from the Brave Wrath onto them. Wretched Egg is now in a 2v1 here.
Yes, and that was set up by the Wretched Egg failing to pick up any component breaks, and no guns went down. A flare goes out on the hull. That is a hull break with a flare on the Wretched Egg. Wretched Egg basically looking to scramble out of here. They're picking up some permahull damage, more permahull coming out. They could go down, and that missed chem spray could be the reason. As they bottom out on a mountain, no permahull damage though. Still have a balloon up. That could have been a critical error there. Missing that one chem spray, and of course also missing that Hwacha.
As they're now at about 20% perma health, and the Brave Wrath is following them in here.
Yeah, I can't blame them. They need to pick up. Yeah, they need to pick up the action right here, especially with under 10 minutes left. I do not blame the Brave Wrath for picking up the action here. In fact, they will get this kill right here, 3-2. Red mounting a bit of a comeback here.
Victor opting to spawn in at the far south of the map, toward the west corner. By the way, I would like to point out that while I do have a timer on this stream, this is not the official timer, it is just a close approximation. And the Wretched Egg spawns at the north of the map, splitting both their ships. Both of the red ships are going toward the south. They're going to assume that they have spawned there.
And while we have a quick break in the action, just to update everybody what happened on the Road to Redemption, let's go ahead and update that right now, as East Sheldon Trading Company has won 5-1 over Masters of War. Masters of War has been eliminated from SCS number 109. So the loser of this match will be facing East Sheldon Trading Company in our next match.
Our team has not gone to the blue spawn point, but by the time they arrived there, the Victor has already gone. Both blue ships going toward the east of the map, and as are the red ships, of course. And there, the
Victor's on an island,
coming out any second. Yes,
Victor's out on an island right here. Yeah, the Wretched Egg better haul tail over there. if they blow Victor's engines, this could be a bad spot for Blue. However, it looks like they're just far enough away to where that Hwacha, yeah, they're far enough away where Victor's not in any threat to have their engines blown out. Getting a little bit lucky there, Blue side. And it looks like Victor has a general idea of where the red ships are.
Wretched Egg now goes into an open space, and the red ships will see where they are. Though no spots.
Jesus, we have an official. Oops, sorry. As we do have an official call of 5 minutes left in this match. As a reminder, if there is an active engagement overtime, that overtime is 3 minutes. So if there is an engagement going on, the referee at his or her discretion can call that overtime until the engagement ends or until the 3 minutes ends.
Spot now on the Brave Wrath and on the Deicide, both blue ships still unspotted.
This could be important right here, especially if they don't catch the Victor in time. This could be a huge. Oh, I'm wondering if they're going to go for the Deicide. That seems to be where they're angling towards. Brave Wrath is moving over the pass. They do catch the Victor. Wretched Egg, however, is still unspotted. It looks like they're going to make the move on the Deicide. They're moving up. In fact, the Goldfish is pointed toward the Deicide. Here comes the engagement. Watch for the Hydro from the Victor. In fact, here it comes right now. Here's that Hydro from the Victor.
Hwacha from the Wretched Egg disables 5 of the Deicide's guns. Gatling coming out. Victor taking just as much Gatling fire. Deicide barely. There goes the armor drop. Hwacha going in, doing about 50% damage, and there's going to be the kill for Predator Island.
That was a beautiful engagement right there, cleaning up what happened in the last engagement. The last one they did not get a clean Hwacha, and this time they do and pick up the Galleon very easily. However, the Victor is hull broken here, but a great disable right there. Oh no, only picking up side engines on the Brave Wrath. That could be a problem.
There goes the armor on the Victor. Gatling fire going back in.
And they've got 2 NGs on that hull right now. The Victor is in full tank mode right now as they're looking for the Wretched Egg basically to pick up this kill with 1 on the Gatling. Looks like they're going to have Wretched Egg be the one to get the kill. Are they going to keep 2 on that hull? No, they're moving the other one back up top.
Gatling fire just barely not bringing down the armor, but that Gatling does. And Hwacha going into Wrath, doing a lot of damage, but not managing to kill them. Brave Wrath doesn't have any components besides their armor.
Yes, and the reason they didn't pick up that kill was because the ram hit the balloon and not the hull. With that balloon ram, it basically saved the Wrath right there. He's down to about 5% perma. However, resistance may be futile as the Victor moves in looking to finish this match off.
And there's the armor kill, and
Victor has no mortar up, though. Actually, no, they do have the mortar up. I take that back.
there's no perma damage coming in. Hwacha goes on to Wrath. They still don't have any guns. Ram going into the balloon once again. Victor has lost their balloon. They're going to be dropping toward the downwards now.
Deicide's trying to park the Victor and has successfully parked the Victor. Victor is hull broken and balloon broken. Wretched Egg has forced to break off to go for the Deicide at this point. Victor's down to about 10% perma as the Deicide has been hull broken, as has the Wretched Egg. Deicide picks up that armor back up again.
Hwacha going into Deicide. They don't killing all their engines and guns.
Look at those fires on the Wretched Egg. They had 16 into 16 in the balloon, 15 into a gun. Of course, that means flares came out and did some work right there. There's a kill. Brave Wrath and Deicide doing great teamwork right there, saving the match for themselves 4-3, and they could pick up this kill on the Victor. In fact, they most likely will with a low hull and great positioning by the Brave Wrath. However, Victor's looking to break arcs on the Deicide. If that balloon pops, it may be all tied up at 4.
And they do just manage to get behind that ship, it looks like.
And just real quick, this actually may come down to timer. If the victor holds on as long as possible, looks like this will be the kill right here. Victor's almost hull broken.
That armor getting so close to dying, but there's the armor kill. And
no, they're
not
clutching it. They'll get it right here, though. They'll get it. There it is. All tied up at 4.
Looked like a Gatling kill there for the brave ref.
Do note, though, there is no active engagement right now. If there is an active engagement, overtime rules do apply. However, first kill wins if there is no kill when the ref calls timer.
Yes, the red team
Time 0.
Take a gamble trying to find the blue ship.
No, that's GG. That's GG. Yes. Time over.
As Predator and of course, that Island beats Fancy Maenad Ryders with a score of 4-4 on a timer. Of course, Predator Island won because they had the first kill advantage in that.